Hello there, guys, and welcome to That Anxious Gamer. Today I'm going to be doing a reaction video for Project Loki, which is a new and upcoming game that is being released by former developers at Bungie and at Riot Games. So, the minds behind Halo, the minds behind League of Legends are actually coming up with a new game. I have not watched this reaction video. This is just what I've heard from other people. And this video is actually being made for a very loyal viewer of mine, Shadow Blizzard. So this is a shout out to you, Shadow Blizzard. This is for you, and I'm very excited to listen to this game. I have not watched the trailer. I have signed up for the playtest when I first heard about this, which was from Shadow Blizzard. But I wanted to keep my reaction completely live and fresh for you guys. So I have not watched the video. So this will be my first time seeing any gameplay footage. So let's jump into it without any further ado. I'm going to be playing the video and stopping and kind of speaking my thoughts as I go along. So let's get into this.
Hey everyone, Joe here. You might remember me from the time I spent leading League of Legends at Riot. Or maybe, if you're a real grizzled ancient, you recognize me from my Halo days at Bungie.
So I am a real grizzled ancient. I still remember when Halo Reach came out. I remember Halo 3. I remember Halo 2. I'm 31, guys. This really takes me back. These were good days, guys. These were when devs were actually devs. There was passion in gaming, and it wasn't all about the money. Excuse my French. It wasn't all about the money, and passion actually mattered in games because, in my opinion, the first couple Halos, Halo 1, 2, 3, and up to Reach, were some of the best games ever made for any console.
But today, I'm here to talk to you about something new. Today I'm speaking on behalf of everyone at THEORYCRAFT GAMES. We're a new, small...
This looks like something like you see. I spent a lot of time up in Massachusetts, guys. It looks like they took this picture in the Northeast. I'm thinking this picture was probably taken in the Northeast because it's cold. You can see everybody's wearing jackets. This guy on the right specifically looks very cold. But yeah, TheoryCraft Games, very cool name for a studio. I'm excited. Let's jump into it.
And very independent game studio. We're out to make the deepest games in the world. Games that are worthy of thousands of hours of play. And games that are just better when you play them with your friends.
I want to address this too, guys. This is a small point, but I want to address this. The idea of a 10,000-hour game, this idea that games should be played for years and years and years, that used to be just a standard. Like if it was a multiplayer game, that was what every game achieved, like strived to be. Now we have these games where it's like play and forget. You play 1 or 2 months, you got to continue paying through battle passes. You're just, it feels like a lot of devs, guys, have lost the passion. It's become a day job. It's become about the money. And I understand that you got to support your family, but I really, I really harken back to that era when gaming was done for the passion. I always remember the story of Final Fantasy VI and how much passion was put into that, guys. For those of you who don't know the story, look up the story of Final Fantasy VI creation and how people were actually crying when the game released. Like the devs, it meant that much to them, guys. That's what it should be. That's what games deserve to be. And that's why FF6 is one of the best games of all time. But ran over, let's get back to the video.
We became independent to give ourselves the freedom to take a big swing. So we took everything we've learned over the years about making super fun PvP games and set out to build something fresh, a new competitive adventure for you and the squad. Let me just show you.
The alpha, okay. Very fun. So one thing I want to say right away is that the actual feeling, the character design does look very similar to League of Legends, but kind of old school League of Legends. We're talking like like pizza server Civer. You know what I'm saying? Like a little mimi League of Legends, 2013, 2014 League, not 2023 League, if that makes sense.
Oh, I'm up for this.
Big stuff.
Let's go! Yeah!
Oh my god.
Okay, so let's take a look at what we're actually seeing on screen. I mean, in terms of the gameplay, top-down perspective, it really does remind me of League a lot. You can see in the bottom bottom portion of the screen, we have an ability bar, and you have like cooldowns. Excuse me, guys. So it definitely feels like there's going to be a lot of league here. You can see on the top the score card. This reminds me more of kind of like a competitive Valorant. So, they're taking inspirations from a lot of other games. I'm not sure what this is over here. I'm assuming just the sound bar, like the sound levels of your teammates are. And we see a mini map. Now, I find it interesting the mini map's in the top left. Most games will put that at the bottom left or the bottom right. So I feel like hopefully we can adjust this because I don't feel like this is super great to have it in the top left. But let's see what's going on here.
I'm coming in. Below.
Another game that this reminds me of just from graphic style is Hades. If you guys ever played the roguelite Hades, I feel like the actual gameplay art looks kind of like that, which is not a bad thing because Hades was a good looking game.
Good.
Got him. Coming through.
Oh, that's a good nuke. That's a good nuke. Oh my.
Yep.
So I like that they're showing excitement, guys. I'm liking that they're showing team play because I feel like that's, when you play these type of games, and one of the big downsides to non-clash or non-competitive League of Legends is that sometimes solo queue just feels like you're playing against all other 9 players. This I love that, you're having the voice chat. It really feels like they're trying to focus on the teamwork element, which I think is very important. The UI looks fairly clear. It's got kind of like a mix of League of Legends, Hades, and like a Team Fortress 2 feel in terms of the graphics. They're kind of going for that cell shaded, very anime style graphics, kind of feeling a little bit like Valorant.
Oh my
Fucking wreck.
god.
I like the flying. I like the ability to kite off the map. That was actually something you could do in Halo, where in Halo Reach, you could actually, there's whole montages about where people will actually jump out of bounds and like be above bounds and then come down and assassinate. I used to love those old school machinima style montages, guys. So if you remember those, if you also love those, crush that like button. Comment below what your favorite Halo Reach or Halo 3 old school montages was, guys. I miss those so much, and I wish they would still make those in 2023. I haven't seen one for years.
Watch the train. Train. Oh.
Oh yeah. I'm gonna die.
How bad is it over here?
It's not great.
I'm good. Good
Nice,
now.
nice ult. It's
I got
great.
you.
Quadra knock.
Someone here.
Interesting.
Light up, light up. Oh.
One thing I will say though, it's not a like direct criticism, but it's something that a bunch of my friends actually comment about is that in League of Legends there's too much visual clutter. And I'm unfortunately feeling a little bit of that here. I feel like there's a lot of UI elements. You have UI on the right, you have UI on the left, you have the mini map in the upper left, you have squads left in the upper right, you have an ability bar, you have you have passives and everything in the bottom left. You have a lot going on screen, a lot of AoE, a lot of visual clutter. That's something that I would say maybe they could tune down a little bit. I think that may be overwhelming for a lot of newer players to the game. But let's see. I mean, maybe they're targeting this for more of a competitive gameplay. Let's take a look and see what we're thinking.
Ally.
Okay. Oh, last one, let's go.
I'm so excited to get to show you a little of our first game in development. For now, we're calling it Project Loki. From the very beginning of development, we've had an incredible community of players in our Discord testing the game and giving us feedback. And it's thanks to them we're confident enough to share more.
Now, I love this about what they're doing, guys. Getting the game out there, getting feedback, being open, not trying to criticize your community for feedback is such a good thing because it shows that they're open to continued development. It shows that they want to onboard people and actually have them as a partner to create a game. I think that's fantastic. I love what he's saying.
Some of our players have described Loki in their own words as League meets Apex meets Smash. We love that description and can only hope to live up to it.
I feel interested that he brings up like that the players have brought up Smash because I don't see much Smash in the game. I could definitely see League, I could definitely see Apex, and to me it's more of a kind of Hades or Valorant, but I'm not seeing Smash, but it's interesting.
In a session of Loki, you'll assemble your squad from our roster of heroes. You'll put together totally unique builds with exotic powers and equipment. You'll outplay other teams in sprawling, free-flowing battles. You'll run the edge of a huge world in the sky and dream up crazy strategies in our combat sandbox. I won't spoil everything about Loki right now, but one thing we're really proud of, even this early in development, is just how much creativity and freedom we've built into combat.
Okay, now right there, it looks like he did what is very similar, guys, to a grenade jump in Halo 3 and Reach. So basically, you're using an explosive or you're using some kickback from a gun or an explosive in the game to actually be able to jump further than you're intended to do. I love that, guys. That increases skill expression, it increases the skill ceiling. That's fantastic. When they were talking about multiple teams, I'm not sure how many people are playing this game. I wish that they would keep it smaller, like a 4v4 or 5v5. I hope there's not just like 30 teams, because I think something that is a weakness of the battle royale genre, like PUBG, like Apex Legends, is that sometimes it feels like things are random and you get third party very easily. And that doesn't feel like something that's very skill based. It feels like there's kind of a roll of the dice. So we'll see. But that is something that they mentioned that you were facing other teams and they put it in plural. So I'm not sure what to think. Let's keep rolling the footage, see if we can kind of gain more insight.
If you're coming from a MOBA like League or Dota, we think you'll immediately appreciate the difference and quickly learn how to express your own unique playstyle. A founding principle of TheoryCraft is to be community-driven in our approach. We think there will always be a need for game studios who are willing to go to war with the industry on behalf of players.
Absolutely. 100%. If you ask me just from that statement to support a game, I would probably say, yeah, I'll put in 15 or 20 bucks just because of what they're saying there. Because I believe that 100%. I think the game industry is getting full of money, full of, cash cows and project managers that all they care about is squeezing the players for more and more money, more DLCs, more bull like that. And so I do love what he's saying. Now, obviously, you got to take those statements and put them into action. But I think what he's saying is correct.
We think you deserve to be involved early, to be listened to, and to be the center of the games you choose to play. In the past, we've championed these values on games you've loved, and at TheoryCraft, you can expect us to carry that same spirit forward. To our current playtesting community, I really can't tell you enough how grateful we are for you.
I also want to note that I am signed up for the next playtest, so hopefully I'll get a chance to play this game and give you guys more information as soon as I'm not under NDA. But yeah, it's interesting. Let's see what the video finishes, and then I'll kind of give my thoughts because I think we're getting near the end.
If you're meeting us for the first time, what we're showing today is just the beginning. We hope you'll sign up to playtest. Come play some games with us and join us on the journey. Thanks so much for watching. I can't wait to share more with you soon.
Okay, guys, so there it is. I did sign up to playtest, so I will be getting you more information about this game as soon as I can. It looks like just one day ago, just this video itself got 108,000 views. So, I mean, obviously, it's a game that a lot of people care about. I think the idea, guys, the idea of bringing in devs from Bungie, bringing in devs from Riot, kind of having this homage game that's a mixture and hopefully is more of an old school throwback is a great idea. Now, what did I think about the video? I thought it was okay. We didn't see that much gameplay footage, I won't lie. I think that it's hard to kind of tell without actually playing the game what we're actually going to be getting. So that's a little bit difficult, guys. Hopefully, my thoughts throughout this video kind of summed up how I'm feeling. I'm hopeful, but I'm not expecting that much because ultimately I don't really know the mechanics of the game yet. I'm not even really sure how to classify it as a genre. It looks kind of like a MOBA esque game. I still think it has more League of Legends blood in it than almost anything else. But the actual visuals to me really remind me of games like Hades. You kind of got that cell shady kind of look like not Ocarina of Time, but like Wind Waker, like Zelda Wind Waker. And then you have a lot of things that kind of just the UI and everything reminds me of Valorant, like competitive Valorant. So we'll see. Is this catering to a more of a like a fun play with your friends kind of feel? Is it going to be competitive? It's hard to know from this point, guys. This Project Loki is on my radar. I'm very excited about it, guys. I hope you like this video. Please crush the like button. Please hit the subscribe. Sorry, I'm mumbling over my words. I'm getting this done before work, so it's like 5 a.m. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. I'll see you guys next time, and thank you for joining me on That Anxious Gamer.